Now, we've been joined by some lovely ladies in the house, and we're going to have a conversation on some interesting topics which we've been discussing over the past few days. So let me say welcome to Enchiwa, Efe, and Eugenia.
Hello.
Thanks for joining us. Happy holidays.
Merry Christmas.
Okay. So let me begin with you, Eugenia. Last year you were here?
Yes.
Yes, and now we are back. How has the year been?
Well, I would say it's been good. It's been good so far. We cannot complain. I think so far 2018 has been better than 2017. So it's
2018
okay.
has been better.
No, for me.
No. Really?
I'm speaking for myself, actually.
No. Yeah, of course, she was speaking for herself. And you are right, we met a few people who were annoying you.
Oh, no, actually, I met a few people who broke my heart. So, but it was fun. I equally met amazing people. But I ended up broke this year, so I'm really not seeing the fun side of it.
Okay, so we have a few questions that we want to go through very quickly. So, like you said, there are a few people who annoyed you throughout the year, who broke your heart. And speaking of the subject of heartbreak, Efe, would you pay a man to marry you?
No, never. Never.
Why not?
Why should I? I mean, the cliche that men are supposed to be the ones to initiate marriage proposals and all that is established. So why should I go ahead and pay a man to marry me? Why is it that I'm too old, I don't have company, or I'm too rich? That no, I won't do that.
Eugenia, it's easier for them to say at this age.
Yes.
Yes. I think at this age you find no reason to do that because one, the money, you don't have so much, and then there's no pressure on you. You are still young, so you could
But then I don't mean to sound that way, but why would you think even at a certain age you'd have to pay someone to get married to? Why should marriage be like, okay, you have to get married?
But there are people who, because of pressures of society, and you know, some say that it is believed by some that for some women, no matter what they achieve financially or if there's no man there, it's like you're incomplete. So when you get that finance, you can use that to get the man.
It's
people do it. Well, maybe you'll be giving him tips. Sometimes you're actually paying him to be with you. Maybe you do it indirectly, but not just go to him and tell him, I'll give you this amount.
Indirectly, you have a point.
Well, then I think Eugenia has a point if she puts it like that. Maybe when you're like 45.
Yes.
But I wouldn't do that.
But Eugenia, when you put it like that, we all pay for love, don't we? With our time, with our affection.
Yeah.
So whatever you give in exchange for that affection, you're sort of paying.
But then when you know you're actually giving him the money because you want him to be with you, that's what I'm talking about. People do it because you can't find anybody that would stay with you. So now you find one who is, let's say, broke, and then you're giving him the money. So that he'll
So Efe, how do you think we can distinguish between the two? Just being affectionate and showing love and actually paying this person to be with you?
My definition of love is giving. If you say you love me, you must be able to give something. Not just money, but give something, because that is what God defines as love. When he loved us, he gave his son. So you cannot come and then not give anything in the relationship. So like Daniel is saying, at some point you are given something. So whether indirect or direct is in line with your idea of love. And so I don't think we should differentiate that.
So, but then like to pay as in...
I mean, first of all, before you say anything, Enchiwa, she's a very romantic woman, isn't she? Because when she was talking, I could hear, love doctor, like, wow.
No, y'all are selling out. No.
Okay, Enchiwa has a comment she wants to make, but before we do that, let me just share this with you. And this is scripture. It says, in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we'll eat our own bread, wear our own apparel, only let us be called by thy name. Take thou away our reproach. It's Isaiah chapter 4, verse 1. That's what the Bible says.
Okay. Should I rest my case?
I think you are not in those days yet.
No, we're not. We're really not in those days yet.
touche.
So
But
that to me, that's 7 women on 1 man.
yeah.
And then giving him money, and they are not.
So now the man is actually, everybody's fighting for that 1 man. That's interesting. Really interesting.
And this has been in the Bible since.
I never
Yes, since the Bible was written. I didn't write the Bible.
Okay.
I wish I had. I would have added more to it, but I didn't.
Don't you?
No, not in this regard. I'm talking about the part about getting money and all of that. Yeah. But anyway, speaking of people fighting over people, you know how that happens, where we hear of women haggling and fighting over people, and it reminds me of these Nigerian movies where people lay curses on people, because of stuff like that. But if you had an annoying person, Eugenia, or a petty person, and you wanted to curse this person with just an annoying curse, which annoying curse would you?
Okay, I'm a Christian, and cursing is not a good thing. But then, if I have to curse the person, I'll curse you to stammer. Anytime you want to talk in public, that will keep you quiet.
Because when people are born stammers.
You want people to know that, yes, stammer.
So you start talking.
Okay.
Then it wouldn't come from very long.
Okay, so Eugenia, illustrate this. Let me see.
Okay, so let's say you want to gossip about me. So you know that you just cut it.
I support that.
I know the president of the Ghana Stammers Association. Now you come in. How about you, Efe?
I would curse the person to pee like every 5 minutes.
Oh my goodness. You can never sit through any meeting.
Yes.
Like 5 minutes tops.
That is so cool. I'm imagining, I never want to get on your bad side, because if I'm on TV and I have to pee every 5 minutes,
You
can
know?
you imagine me having to take a break?
So don't be petty around me. Very simple.
Okay, point taken. I'll keep it in mind. Sure.
Oh, why are you being petty in the first place? So you want to be petty? Okay. You're going to pass out gas every time you try to talk to somebody you like. So if it's a business deal, you want to get something, if it's a nice lady, you pass out very bad gas. Now let's see. Who's going to be petty? Yes.
I'm sitting with some cruel lady here on news desk, but I can't believe that, especially if it's loud.
Yeah.
No. Oh, no.
We don't want it loud.
We don't want it.
Just
Very cool.
You know,
very,
that's
very cool.
Okay, but all of this is because of how, and I mean, these topics come up really because of the way we find it difficult to deal with people generally. And like you asked a very good question. Why would you be petty in the first place?
Yeah.
It's if we are able to answer those questions, then maybe we can deal with the bigger issue of how to deal with other people like that. But if you were going to advise a younger you, Inshua, what advice? Let's go 5 years back or 10 years back.
Yeah.
How far would you go, and what would you tell yourself?
Maybe 5 years back. I think.
That's 2013. Where were you in 2013?
2013. Level 100. University of Ghana. It was one of my amazing years. So if I should go like far back 2013, I'd really advise a younger me to start saving. Like save every little money you get. Because when you enter school fresh, you have loads of lists that you give to your parents. Daddy, I want this, mommy, I want this, you're having it. But the moment you don't keep the saving habits, you misuse it. And then like now, what you have to, custom for all those years that's gone. There's nothing. You trust less and then you save more. It's just you, just be in your small corner and don't lose focus on you. I don't know, call me selfish, but pay attention to you. Try to develop yourself. That's all I'd say.
Importance, Efe.
Yeah.
Well, I would advise a younger me to remain a virgin till marriage. Both. I mean, younger me female, younger me male. Stay a virgin till. And what you said was they shouldn't do that. Okay.
No, but actually I heard you say something.
No.
Being a natural, I have like 2 million follow-up questions on that point.
Stay a virgin till marriage. I'm standing my grounds on that. Stay a virgin.
What did you say you do to the petty person? You make the person pee every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on. Eugenia.
Well, I would advise a younger me to just relax. I wasn't born in Accra. I always wanted to be in Accra. I used to worry my parents. I want to visit my aunties here. What am I going to do next? Okay, after secondary school, what am I going to do? What's life going to be like? I'll just advise myself to relax because as time goes by, things will just unfold. Things will just happen. Yeah.
But let me ask this question. This is my question. If an older you came to you 5 years ago, would you take the advice?
I would.
Yes.
I didn't have an older me giving me that advice 5 years ago.
But you don't really need an FA from 2018 to appear to you at 2013, do you? You just need someone, anyone to tell you.
Yes, anyone can give me that advice, but I did not get anyone at that point in my life to give me that advice.
So no one at all told you to remain a virgin?
No one at all.
No one in your life, not your parents, not your
senior,
not your pastor,
tell you this?
not the Bible, nothing. It never came up.
You know, at that time in my life, I was very naive, okay, but I wasn't so naive. I knew of those things, you know, but I didn't get anyone to actually sit me down and say that, Iraba, life has to go this way and that, blah, 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 you know. But when I grew up to this point, I have people around me who are me then. And I get a chance to talk to them about those things and advise them. So I feel like if I had that opportunity to, I would have taken it, I would have grabbed it, trust me.
If don't you think maybe if you even had that opportunity, you wouldn't have listened?
Me now, I'm thinking through life, going back, wishing for those things. I think I would have grabbed it because I'm very, how do I put it? I heed to advice a lot.
Okay.
I heed to advice a lot. So when I get it, I would heed. But if I don't get it, I'll be like, not that I'll go astray, but I'll be like.
Okay, it's not the Inquisition of Ife, please.
No, it's not. It's not.
Yeah, but it's a very interesting point. I was thinking that because I would tell a younger me to listen more.
Right.
And because you get a lot of advice.
Yeah.
And you get a lot of people telling you things. And to be at the risk of being a bit personal, we know we are breaking all the rules of journalism right now by by joining the discussion. But right now I realize that a lot of things that just bounced in my head as, you know, you should learn how to do this, or you should do this, or you should read that, or you should read that. A lot of those things are things that actually, if I had done, would have helped me a lot right now.
Exactly.
Yeah, you get the feeling.
Yeah, I get that feeling.
Yeah. So I guess in the totality of things, it will be to ask yourself to. But the question of would you listen is also important because now we have older versions of ourselves talking to us.
Yeah.
So are you listening?
Yeah. Oh yeah. And we still are listening.
Yes, we are listening.
Okay. But generally, what do you wish you had known about, if you're going to talk about, if there was one thing that you feel you could take back and leave there and grow with? What's the one thing that you wish you had known?
I wish I had known not to trust a lot. Like I feel people trust easily. Okay, personally I do. But if someone had told me that, you know, you trusted these people and tomorrow they don't really care how they're treating you, like people treat you bad and they don't sleep and think about it, that I really offended this person, let me try and apologize. They don't. So if you protect yourself, like I was saying, just be selfish. Don't be 100% selfish, but think about yourself more. Once you put yourself first, then you know that, okay, I'm not going all out into even offend Efe, for Efe to just act bad towards me.
Is it being selfish in the first place?
It's called self-love.
Okay, is it selfish or self-love?
Self-love.
But it depends on the specifics of it. So I can't sit, or we can't stand.
But okay, let's just call it putting yourself first more. Putting yourself first more, honestly, because if there's one thing I'd want to take back, I'd want to take back the fact that I put others before me. Like loads of people there before me. Like I'm always thinking about, okay, would this sit well with these people?
You know?
Yes.
Or this person.
Or this person.
Or this person. Or this person.
Oh no.
Speaking Speaking of which, there's a question. You know the questions we are dealing with, and this fits very well with I want to start with the interest. So, who is the love of your life? Hey, if you're so excited about
I'm
it,
really
should I start
excited.
with you?
No, I want to know.
Please tell me everything.
I want to
Okay,
know.
intro, tell us. Who is the love of your life?
Wow, that's huge. Have I even met the love of my life?
Hey.
But I'm still young. Maybe I'll meet the love of my life. What do you think, Daniel?
Life tends to do that to us.
Exactly.
You know?
So you are telling us that you haven't met the love of your life.
Daniel, this is a very tricky question. Well, I don't think so yet.
Okay, Efe.
Oh, no.
Hey,
No, I don't have a love of my life. Yes. I had one and I don't have anymore, so I'm looking for.
That was just once. Like you have just one love of your life. Oh.
No.
You know, that's
There's
the,
no rule about having love.
that's the funny thing about life. You think you found your love of your life, and then the person goes like. So what do you have to do? Nothing. Stay and look for another person.
Eugenia.
Seriously, ladies, if you are waiting to find the love of your life, it will never come. Me, I love myself. I love my mom. I love my daddy. You will never find. Seriously, you think, oh, this one is going to be the love of my life. Before you realize he also did the same thing.
So you just stay
me,
chill.
If I should talk about the love of my life, it would be just me, maybe my
Myself
mother,
and I.
yes, my father, and my siblings. Yes.
What you're saying reminds me of this tweet I saw. Someone would tell you that you are his world. Trust me, you're not even a two-bedroom apartment.
Without electricity, and someone like
You are some village
without electricity.
Yeah, it happens. It happens.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
Okay, so since we've cleared the love of our life question out of the way, do you feel pressure to respond to texts right away?
You mean like when I get text, I feel pressured? Oh, not at all. I mean, I'm very calm. When I see my phone lying down, I don't rush to get it. When a text comes in, I'm not in a haste to reply because whoever I'm replying to, you don't put money in my account. Hello, I cannot be in a hurry to reply you. Unless it is a money text. That one day, I might kill myself to reply.
So it depends on the situation.
Yeah, it depends.
Precisely. Yeah,
Yeah.
with me too. I think it's the same thing. It depends on who the text is
Why
coming
like
from.
that? I can't leave one message unread.
You can't leave
No.
a message unread.
You know, for me, it depends on the person.
Okay.
If you're the kind of person who replies my messages instantly, I would also reply instantly. Or if it's about work or it's about money, yes. Aside that, if you leave my text and reply 24 hours, I also reply
5 years
5
later.
years later.
Yeah.
I'm not like that, to be honest. No, I'm not.
There's this unwritten rule that if he leaves the text unreplied for 2 hours, you need to add 1 hour.
Oh, yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
You can add 2.
You know, for ladies, we're always playing hard to get. So
Yeah.
you wouldn't want to reply immediately.
But since we are talking about people who would text, if you were to trade war stories or talk about your sexual history, would you lie?
Why is everyone looking at me?
No, because Daddy was looking at you.
It depends. I could lie. I could really lie. No, see, you like someone. Okay, you meet someone. Let's say perhaps you've had like a very rough past. Like there are people that have had very, very terrible past. They had to do stuff and then now they've actually, let me say, seen the light. Now they are better people. So I meet someone like you, Daniel, and I really like you. I think we can move along. And I have to tell you about this better parts. I don't think you would want to be with someone like me. So I wouldn't call it a lie, but I could just polish it a bit, you know, to take some out.
But shouldn't this person be able to accept you
later,
for who you
later,
are?
later, you
Later.
later, we tell you about that.
But Eugenia,
Yes.
seriously, you should be confident about who you are. And present
No,
that.
not on the first date.
No.
You see, you know, about 80% of ladies would lie, especially if you have a bad history.
Yes.
Say you've been with a number of guys. Why
Yes.
would you want to tell somebody you have just met? People will judge you on
Exactly.
that. Yes. So when the person gets to know you, maybe you can.
You can.
It seems like I have a consensus on this subject. If you agree,
Should I agree?
What do you think?
Yeah.
you do.
Yeah, I agree with them.
You know, there's this other joke I had. They say if a man tells you he slept with 4 women, divide it by 4. If a woman tells you she slept with 4 men, multiply it by 4.
Oh, no.
Okay, that means men would actually inflate
No,
the
men
number.
among boys, it's been said. I don't know, and I don't know who
That can be
these
true,
men
because boys, maybe he's just talking to this girl and be like, oh, this girl, oh.
But I would not want to
Divided by
Anyway.
4, like,
So if a man says he slept with 4 women, divide that number by 4.
It's actually
so
one.
1.
If a woman says she slept with 4 men, multiply it by 4.
It's a lie. If a man says it's 4, it's 8.
Okay, it depends if it's your man
I mean,
and
I
he's
don't-
telling you,
Okay.
then he would have a reason to.
So far, all the men I've met.
But
But
okay.
speaking of your man, is his beef your beef?
Oh, yeah.
No.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Hey, we have some fighters in the house.
Hell no.
Oh, yeah. You step on my mind, you step on me.
Wow.
Yes.
No.
So you're willing to like take off the earrings and go
Oh,
postal?
definitely.
Go toe.
Definitely.
Hey.
We'll
I don't
fight
want to
it, we'll
cross your
fight it.
mind.
We're taking heels off and then, yeah, I think so.
Oh, no. My man's beef is his beef. Oh.
But it affects you, doesn't
Right.
it? Because you're supposed to support him emotionally.
How does it affect me?
I mean, if he's down because of something, he'll come and speak to you about
If
it.
you come and speak to me, I'll listen to you. But if you are there in your corner thinking like I will assume what's wrong with you, be there and beef with yourself. I will not
I
assume.
mean, if whatever beef happens in my presence, okay, I'll
Okay.
just behave like I'm with you. But that doesn't mean
nice
I'll
one.
just be with you for that particular time, yes. But then I wouldn't take it as my beef,
Okay.
no.
This is Team Joy News Desk. I'm here with Efe, Nchiwa, and Eugenia. We are talking about any and everything that bothers us as young people and how we've seen the year so far. So finally, ladies, and this is one that I'm very curious about because I have sisters and they never allow me to do this. When you are alone in front of a mirror, what are you doing?
Honestly, I am tucking my tummy in, trying to see how I'm going to look. I'm bending, I'm posing, I'm rehearsing how I'm going to talk to somebody next. But most importantly, I'm checking myself out. Like, I'm checking myself out, I'm giving myself a 360. Like, I'll be picturing myself with a bit more.
Fine girl.
You know, I'll be like, oh, H.Y., if you had bigger. I think I love myself in the mirror.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Efe, you too?
I only check myself out when like I have to dance. I'm a dancer and a choreographer.
Oh.
So like when I have to do some moves that I feel like will not look so good, I practice in front of my mirror. And at our dance studio, we have like a very big mirror. So like that's also part of it. And then I just check myself. I'm like, oh, you're cute.
Oh, gosh.
Wow, what a nice girl.
And you like what you see?
Of course. Why would I like it?
Yeah.
You have to.
Yeah.
Eugenia, you too?
Yeah, I also do all that they have said. I turn around, I tuck my tummy in and all that. Sometimes I also rehearse if I need to speak to somebody or I need to do something, a stage something. I would rehearse in front of the mirror, yes. Or I try new poses, picture poses. Yes.
All right. So if there was this person who really annoys you, Eugenia, and you know that tomorrow morning you meet the person, what would you do? So that, I mean, what are you thinking when you're leaving the house? And what will you do as soon as you meet the person?
Well, I'll think of what I'm going to tell the person because you know the person will definitely annoy you. I mean, most of the time, I'm the kind of person, if you annoy me just out of the blue when I'm not, I don't expect it, I may not be able to give you a befitting reply. So I go back,
Yes, girl.
when I know
Yes,
I'm going
girl.
to meet you.
And then you rehearse it.
Take it back.
No, wait, so you go in front of the mirror and sometimes you rehearse.
Oh yes, I've done that before.
You go in front of the mirror
I've
to
done that
rehearse.
before, but I don't do that anymore.
No, because Ejua, I heard you say clearly that you think about what you say to people.
Yes.
So you go and rehearse this in front of the
Yes,
mirror.
I do. So sometimes I look at how my face is going to be. Do I look that bad? Like, am I looking that serious or I still look funny? So then in your head, you just picture what you say to the person. You rehearse it.
Interesting.
Yes.
Interesting.
That is interesting.
Okay, so I've been here with Efe, Nchiwa, and Eugenia. This is News Desk. My name is Daniel Daza. We'll be back with more.